big concern has been testing. The first drive-through testing center on the East Coast opened up today with the primary for the residents of the country's first containment center. Those will get priority. Now, as more clusters grow, will there be more containment zones? We begin with our Tom Yamas here in New York with the latest.
Tonight, after weeks of warnings and repeatedly downplaying the crisis, the president taking sweeping action, unveiling his plan to combat and defeat the coronavirus.
To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
The president says he will send states $50 billion in aid funding, waiving provisions to allow doctors to treat patients remotely, and working with the private sector, including Google, to set up drive-through testing facilities in the parking lots of places like Walmart and Target.
This will start very quickly, and we'll have the ability to do in the millions over a very, very quick period of time.
The surging demand for tests overwhelming healthcare professionals and leaving sick Americans with no answers. Just yesterday, the nation's top infection specialist, Dr. Anthony Fauci, saying this of the testing breakdown.
It is a failing, and let's admit it.
The lag in testing means the government can't predict how severe the crisis will get or how long it will last.
It's unpredictable, but if you look at historically how these things work, it'll likely be anywhere from a few weeks to up to 8 weeks.
Hospitals across the country are staffing labs around the clock to ramp up testing to meet the need. The president's new plan aimed at helping doctors facing test shortages on the front lines of this pandemic.
I have done 0 tests in my office for COVID-19. This isn't due for lack of suspicion. It is completely due to lack of testing.
We're in a race now. We're trying to race ahead and get the testing capacity ahead. And what this testing allows us to do is to, sort of isolate the exposure from person to person of this virus spreading so that we can slow it down.
Health officials in hard-hit Washington state reporting they have the test kits, but doctors are running out of protective gear to collect samples.
The state desperately needs N95 masks, gowns, and gloves brought into the community. I think there is some indication that we'll get some, and I just don't think it's going to be enough fast enough.
In Seattle, Fahim Jamali says she's been homesick for a week, visiting a doctor, even the ER, but she hasn't been tested.
I'm worried if I have a coronavirus. I'm just getting worse and worse.
In that containment zone north of New York City today, the first drive-through testing site on the East Coast. The Empire State, now with the most known cases in the country.
My guess is there are thousands and thousands of cases walking around the state of New York.